My mom, she was a single mother. She was the best mother I could have asked for.
I have a great family. I grew up in church. I was in church 3 times a week growing up. It was, one of those sorts of things.
I have just caused her so much pain and so much stress, and she's thinking, what did I do wrong in raising my child? And then she didn't do nothing wrong.
So yeah, I come from just a normal all-American family, the way I would see it. So I've never in any way have any excuse to do the things that I've done. I've had more opportunities than most people have had.
I wouldn't think twice about taking something normally to get high for heroin.
I started selling drugs and manufacturing drugs and growing drugs when I was fairly young. And then when I got out of school, that's just what I did for a living.
I believe drug abuse goes unnoticed at times. I believe there's a shame factor with families. I believe they may see the signs and just choose to ignore it.
Before Danny went into the Refuge, had gotten where it was hopeless, helpless, waiting for either a call that Danny was dead or coming home from work and finding Danny dead.
Men that come into the Refuge spent most of their addiction being takers, taking from family, taking from society. Even when they were working was a means to an end to get what they needed so they could get whatever fed that addiction.
I think the key to the Refuge is it's very comprehensive. So it starts off what I'd consider as a very disciplined aspect to get you from rebellion to some sense of structure, so that you can kind of get your life back from not just your mind, your will, your emotions, but also your body. Get everything going again in a very positive and healthy direction.
I'm sold out to this Refuge. He was like, it's changing my son's life. He was like, I'm ready to start giving. He's like, I'm gonna do something. My mom's trying to put together like a 5K to help kind of fundraise for the program.
The Refuge has enabled me to be around other men struggling with the same addictions, and it's put me in an environment to look past all the faults that I have that would keep me from the change, but we're all in this together, and it really pushed me forth. It propelled me into being who I am.
Most of the men that come to us have burnt every bridge, including their families. So that family day is after the men have been through the induction process, which is 30 to 45 days, and they go on to phase 2. That is for many the first times that their family have seen a healthy looking young man, a man that's speaking completely differently.
Coming in, I remember what some of those men I look like come with. I remember them being 129 pounds and walking skeletons too. So as I watch them grow, as I see their personality change, as I watch their confidence rebuild, then after we've been in 8-9 months, and we've got some of our faculties back about us, we see the men who come in right fresh off the street. The guys who are absolutely hopelessly lost and broken. And so it's really cool to watch how quickly, they change.
What I love too is that the transformation of a man, in this sense, gives us an opportunity to also allow men that's been transformed personally to come into a community transformation. Now they get to live in an aspect in the next 6 years. We're looking at 20 of these men owning homes in Franklinton area. And what that does is gives them an opportunity to build community with each other, to continue to walk together, but also to make a difference.
I'm here. I'm seeing guys that have gone through way worse than anything they'd ever put on TV. And I want you to know I am honored to be part of you guys. And I love you.
One of the beautiful aspects of the Refuge is no man is going through it alone. And that forgiveness of self to get to that point happens, first of all, through a relationship, but with God. But more than that, you're going through this ministry and you have men who have already been through the process, what we like to talk about is we encourage men to get close, I mean intimately close, to one or two other men, where you're sharing everything.
There is hope. There is hope for everybody. There is hope for all these men. There's hope for all these families. And never, never, never give up hope. Never say that it's impossible, because there is a weak spot in every impossibility.
Tara and my son are now living 10 minutes away. We're in marriage counseling. We're going out today to pick out siding for our house, flooring, maybe even sit down and juggle numbers, see if we want to have the drywall done instead of me do it myself.
If we all work together with you and the Refuge, we can overcome this epidemic. And what I'd like to do is offer our services to you, of course, and for this monumental task, we do need time, we need talent, we need resources, and any of you that feel led in any way that want to be a part of partnering with the Refuge, feel free to give us a call. We would love to discuss how that can happen. Thank you so much.